Yo, what up, everybody? We are back with another episode of the Way Past Cool Nerdcast. I am your host, one of the hosts, Cam, the man behind the scenes, engineer, producer. You know, the list goes on, but we ain't gonna get into that. Here with my brother Lex. What's going on with you?
What is going on, my man? Been a long week, man. I was waiting so long for this day.
Man, I guess it feel like forever for Friday to get
happy to be back.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a special guest today.
I know, right? It's crazy. First one. But let me introduce y'all to my brother, my Ace Boone Coon, you know, cut from the same cloth, producer extraordinaire, horror aficionado, gamer, just overall terrible individual. Nah.
Ain't no sneak this in here. It's just straight to the face.
Straight to the face. Oh yeah, he already know how we get down. But nah, This is my brother, Ill with These. What's up with you?
Doing all right, you know. Brother asked me to come on the show to talk about this, you know, special thing, so had to oblige.
To tell us what day it is.
Hey,
Friday the 13th.
Friday the fucking 13th. It was a good day for people like us.
Absolutely. So, you know, we got a nice little fun show for y'all. We're gonna dive into all things horror, from TV, movies, games, you know, just kind of our experiences with it, and why we love the horror genre as much as we do. As y'all can see, we are all kind of decked out, you know, in different pieces of horror memorabilia or you know, t-shirts, backgrounds, and everything like that. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it with the first topic today, horror icons. You know? Yeah, let's talk about that. Some of the standout figureheads in the horror genre, a lot of the people that you may recognize and things like that are what the people who introduced you to horror a lot of times. So I'm gonna drop it to Ill first, you know, as the guest. Give us a little breakdown of your favorite. I know we talked about it a little bit off screen, but give us a little breakdown of your favorite horror icon, why you like them, you know.
Kind of take a second to think.
Yeah.
Take a second.
Yeah.
Pick somebody booty now. He thinking hard.
He really is. He really is.
He's trying to manage, like, you know, with the size, the weight, the kill count.
All fun aside, me, Jason, you know, is a favorite. He wasn't the first. Michael Myers was the first one I seen, but I don't know what it was. It was just like, you know, something about him, the hockey mask, the way, you know, he stopped the teenagers and all that good stuff. You know, and he just evolved and he just evolved and, like, you know, he got creative with his shit, you know, and it's like, we'll probably get into it throughout the show, but it's like, I pick up on different horror movie icons, their little, you know, I ain't gonna say hiccups, but their mannerisms and all that stuff. Yeah. And like what makes them, well, not scary, but at the one time I did fear them, you know. It's like now it's like, okay, I got your little, you know, and all that stuff.
Do you feel like you, instead of how you felt as a kid, right, when you first are introduced to these horror icons, right, you're afraid of them, but as you grow older, you begin to become crazy fans of their work? Yeah. So was that the experience you had with Jason? Like, when you say, like, now you're like, yo, bro, like you be praying for him to get a crazy body count on films now.
Oh yeah.
Listen, yo, it ain't a Jason movie without one.
Bro, I need to see at least 15.
The one thing that really made me like, that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, Part 9. where they took Jason remains to Youngstown, Ohio, my home city.
Yeah.
When I heard that come across the screen, everybody in the theater was like, yeah. I never heard a theater cheer so loud.
We had some weird clout in the old time, like Goodfellas and fucking Friday the 13th are two wild ass fucking movies for Youngstown to be mentioned in, bro.
Right.
Well, I mean, Goodfellas makes sense though. Goodfellas
It does,
but
like Friday the 13th, that's wild.
That was crazy.
Like Cameron was producing that shit. fucking RZA from Wu-Tang was like, yeah, bro, we got to mention some Ohio shit real quick.
Listen, that's hilarious. That's hilarious,
man. When I still remember the movie world. Friday night out in Niles, Ohio. It was me, my cousin, and my sister.
Well, what theater in Niles?
Movie world.
What theater and what time period are we talking? We talking 80s?
No, this was early 90s.
Early 90s. So we in what part 4 by then?
Oh no, this is part 9.
Part 9. There's so many fucking Jason movies, bro.
So many.
Dude,
damn.
After that one, it was.
I'm just trying to picture in my head, bro, because you know the Jason movies, he has a different look in every other Jason film. Right. So I'm trying to get that feel of what he's feeling, like what Jason was. He said 9. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Buff ass Jason.
Was that buff ass Jason?
Yeah. Jason was big as fucking 9, bro.
Like, that I think from what's his name? Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. I think he started part 5 or part 6 or something like that. And it's like the way he became the blueprint of how Jason should act and how he responded to different things. Like, he said Jason wouldn't kill like a kid. I mean, of course, teenagers, but
motherfucker was killing mad
8 or 9,
kids.
right? Like 8 or 9 years old or something like that. He wouldn't kill animals. So I'm like, that kind of makes sense since he's out in the force. But then, well, also with that, which I figure with every other scary movie, me personally watching this shit, and I told Cam this many of times, the movie should never have went past part 3. For the first time, isolated incident. Second time, it happened twice. Then we started. Third time, hey, we shut this motherfucker down. No one is allowed up in this area. You go in there, it's your own risk. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that nigga went to space, man. They should have drawn the line. I remember I was so hyped when Jason X came out. Like as a kid, I was like 12. And then I watched it and I was like, bro, the only hype thing about this film was when he grabbed old girl in a sleeping bag and smacked her bitch ass off that tree.
Yo, that was one of my all-time favorite kills by him.
Bro, that's one of the greatest kills in horror history.
Greatest kills. Like
he's there. We ain't even have to you just thinking about the bone front, like the crunch in your head. Like, dude, he's mad at her, bro. I don't know what you did.
Yeah.
But he's pissed.
Absolutely. Gotta go back to Jason X though. Jason X had one of the best kills in the series. I don't care.
Bro, had cyborg
face and that liquid nitrogen.
Dog, that was wild.
That kill was fire. I don't care what nobody say.
Can we please admit that Jason X, bro, and went to the theater and we don't know how with that, bro? Their budget had to be like $100,000 because the acting was terrible.
Acting was
I think they spent all the money on that nipple falling off, bro. I'm telling you. Robot, you remember that? Yo, nipple fell off. You're like, oh, I need that nipple.
Why do you like these things anyway? See, that's how much of a fan I am. I still know lines from that motherfucker.
You know the lines knowing lines to Jason X, you have to be a fan of fucking Friday the 13th. That's crazy.
Right there. That's Die Hard. So,
but I feel like his mama don't get enough credit.
Yo, his mom was dope. His
mom
was dope.
She introduced us to first person mode.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh, man.
He might have been a more efficient killer than he was. Real talk.
Facts, man.
Real talk. Because, she's so dope that unless you're a true fan or you know the series, people don't even know that he wasn't the killer in the first movie. She was.
You're right, bro. I feel like a lot of kids don't realize that, bro. Like, dude, there was a part 1.
Yes.
And then this part 1, Jason was a victim.
Yeah. Like, that shows
we don't know how it was. Bro, they was just like, yo, how do we make a sequel after this? Well, let's make her son an adult. This nigga died at 6. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this nigga in a fucking army back then? It's like, yo, he's 6.
Still growing.
That's crazy to think
about.
Yeah, bro, that's a big ass 6-year-old. It's fucking everybody up at Crystal Lake.
That's hilarious.
The shit you don't realize. That's why I feel like Jason should be able to kill kids, because technically he's a kid. He's a very dysfunctional child.
Hold on. You might have something with that one.
I'm just saying. I want to see him kill his peers.
Well, how old would Jason be now, though?
Jason would have. He's dead. He's just a ghost, right?
Zombie.
That's fair.
Jason Voorhees.
He doesn't age, so that's fair.
Is there any bio on Jason's body? Is he possessed? Is it a possessed body? Like, whose body is it? Y'all never thought about that? Jason is a grown ass nigga.
Said, and I hate to take it back to Jason X,
yeah,
but they said his tissue regenerates.
But how do you get this big buff ass nigga? Like, bro, he's 7 foot tall. When he pop out the water, it's because he's standing up, bro. It's not because he's swimming.
That's true. Damn.
Jason crazy. Dude, it's even disturbing that we don't know why he's an adult, bro. That's what makes him kind of scary.
I never stopped to think about that. I might have to look into that. For real.
No, my mind's fucked up, bro. I'm telling y'all, motherfuckers give me a pen. I'm colder than Jordan Peele. I guarantee. I'm gonna think of some. It's like, bro, nobody thinks about that. I'm like, bro, y'all realize that Jason is like 6.
That's deep.
Maybe he had that
killing everybody.
He never died.
Yeah, he was just a slow kid. They made fun of him. He drowned. He came back with the eye missing, like, like, nigga, why are you this big, my nigga? Like,
now that you think about it, those camp counselors would have got camps today, making for a retarded kid.
Jason doesn't work in 2023, bro. That's why we have to see the remake like that.
Damn.
Last remake we got was in the 2000s, bro, and it was just like, bro, it's Jason, but he can. Yeah, and it was Jason, but he can sprint now.
Man, when I saw
terrifying. That's terrifying.
Bro, the first time I seen that nigga run, when he like did the full force, like fucking Mortal Kombat machete swing at the tree, I was like, yo,
this is
that nigga's not surviving that.
Yeah, we have evolved.
That Jason was a Navy SEAL, nigga. He had incredible bow and arrow aim, nigga.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
Jason was wild as fuck, bro. Nigga just teleport everywhere. Like, yo, how are you, bro? Don't be talking about Michael. Like, they go, how about Jason? Jason don't run nowhere, bro. Besides 2009, you never seen the nigga run. That nigga popping out of the water, slow as fuck. That nigga said,
well, nah, you know what?
That nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Back in 2 and 3, he ran a little bit. Yeah. Back in part 2 and 3, he ran a little bit, but you know, that age.
That was that bro, man. No pop run though, like that was
bro. But he was struggling at that time. He had a reason to run. He had a potato sack for a mask. He ain't had a hockey mask yet. Nigga had that potato sack first. Yo, you know how you knew that nigga was retarded? That nigga only had one eye cut open. That motherfucking bro. That nigga was using one eye. He could have been catching niggas a lot easier if he would have cut one more. That motherfucking bro.
He only had one eye.
He lost his eye. He lost his eye, I think, in part 5
with the poker, right?
Yeah,
no.
Bro. See, that nigga was retarded.
I tried to defend him. I don't know. Listen, I can't help that.
You know, it ain't all about the fitness. Like,
can't help that, man.
Making sense and shit.
We trying
to. Bro, I hope I don't get banned for whatever the fuck we were on. I'm sorry, y'all. I meant slow and remedial.
So okay. So moving off of Jason, who's yours, Lex? Who
My like iconic.
your top icon? Yo,
I'm not gonna know yours, so I'm gonna move to another one. All right.
okay.
So this one is near and dear to my heart because the first time I was introduced to horror, and I felt like it was lightweight abuse.
Oh,
Child's Play 1.
oh,
Charles Lee fucking Ray, bro. I remember this name because my uncles, my cousins, they would try their goddamn hardest to scare little old me, bro. I'm like 4 years old, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I became petrified of dolls for like 3 years after this. They showed me the movie Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that was scary about Chucky was not only was he a possessed doll, but they tried to murder this doll like 7 times at the end of that film. If you remember this, Chucky was a burnt fucking biscuit by the time they were done with this man, and he was still chomping away. And I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. I'd never trust another doll again.
You know, you ain't the first person I heard say that. Like, I've heard people say that, that doll ruined their childhoods because they can never look at their action figures again.
Bro,
not the same way. Like,
Chucky was not funny. Like, everybody remembers funny Chucky because at one point in time we switched over to Child's Play 3, right?
Yeah, they did on my Freddy.
That nigga had bars in Child's Play 3. That's why I knew I couldn't take it serious no more. When that motherfucker said you can't fuck with the Chuck, I'm like, oh, this nigga rhyming. No, he's not scary. I'm sorry, you rhyming, bro. Yeah, he's spitting bars.
He ain't outspitting Leprechaun. Leprechaun in the hood, he ain't outspitting Leprechaun.
Bro, that's not even fair, bro. Leprechaun was around black folks. Chucky was only around one black nigga. It was a little boy in the army. I mean, yo, Chucky was what, bro? Remember he placed all their blanks with real bullets? Like, yo, Chucky was a goon.
Oh, he was.
He don't get enough credit, bro. Brad fucking Dourif is a fucking beast, bro.
Yes.
His voice is iconic, and I know they probably was like, hey, bro, you got to be more funnier, bro. People like funny. Burned up Chucky walking up to kid, bro. Burned up Chucky was the scariest part of the original Child's Play. That motherfucker hair was singed to like, dog, he had one little fucking ponytail left. And he was still going. I'm like, bro, the dedication for killing, I don't want to go against nothing like that, bro. I don't give a shit. You take the biggest gangsters in Chicago against fucking Chucky, I'm picking Chucky all day.
We talking OG Chucky though, right?
OG, no, we talking Child's Play 1.
Okay.
Child's Play 1. When I'm like, give me your power. That Chucky. That nigga did a ritual in 30 years.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! We clipping
that Chucky.
We clipping that. We running that back. But
the person I was scared of, though, that I was terrified of as a kid, Pinhead. He was too sexy, bro. He was doing too much sexy shit with the scary shit, bro. I couldn't do it.
Man, he said he was too sexy.
Bro, you remember?
Why you thinking about him being sexy as a child?
And not just him, bro. It was everybody in the movie. Everything in the movie.
Called BDSM.
That's what that movie was, bro. It was too sexy.
I never seen it.
100% the start of BDSM. Like, bro, that shit. The whole concept behind him is essentially torture. Like,
right, but remember, them niggas be getting off with that shit. Everything was, your pain is my pleasure. That nigga got his nipples out, the pins in his head. He crazy. Bro, he was tripping, bro. And it was like 10 of them niggas. There was 10 of them little gimp niggas with him. And then you had fat one with the glasses. By the way, Berserk is the actual fucking Hellraiser. Those characters, those demon motherfuckers, the symbiotes, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
They were based off of characters of Berserk. Little known fact.
Oh, yeah. I knew that.
The God Hand.
I knew that.
Now, if you remember, the God Hand was over sexy too.
Yeah. Listen, Berserk, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. That could be a full episode alone.
Hellraiser.
And the backstory of Guts and Berserk.
Bro, you could outrun that shit. Remember when you do the little box?
Yeah,
what happens? Dog, the chains get into your skin, they rip you apart, and all of a sudden you a zombie looking for flesh.
You was done. And the fact that which one was it where old girl literally seen motherfucker open the box and then picked it up and proceeded to do her damn self. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what?
But everybody makes poor decisions in fucking in horror films. They do. You want to know who doesn't make poor decisions? Ash.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought we was talking about somebody else that we talked about.
Ash didn't get killed yet, by the way. Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm sorry. You did die like in Resurrection. I'm sorry. I got to count that. Ash ain't die yet.
I mean, that's true. That's true. To be fair, that is true. But unfortunately, I don't see Ash. I don't see Ash going up against these dudes and winning. If we used to put Ash up against the top horror icons, I don't see him coming out on top of that one.
You can't put them the Hellraiser cast. You can't put no movie person against them. You got to go with a video game. You got to go with like Leon Kennedy against them cats or some shit, bro. you need a trained professional.
Leon
getting off.
Kennedy is goated. That man. He the only person on the level of Dante from Devil May Cry. Like that, no fear.
Who else?
Take down anything. Like
Dante got it too. Dante fucking them cats up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he have double.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So I respect that.
That's all I'm saying. Evil Dead though. My favorite horror film, Evil Dead 1. That shit was just unfair, so I didn't want to put it on the list. It's unfair because we got to remember there's multiple fucking demons in that film. So I don't want to say that those like if we're doing like straight up killers, I couldn't count that one. That was too unfair. Right. So we do. So my number one icon is always going to be. My icon is probably the same as yours. I didn't want to take yours, Cam. I'm sorry. I didn't want to take yours, so I went with Chucky.
I'm not mad at it
because my man went with who we went with, and I was like, "Fuck." I don't want to be the only. I don't want to be black and then pick Candyman. So let me go with Chucky.
Yo, Candyman needs some love too, though, man. Candyman needs some love. Like
Candyman is goated, but he did have a lot of bad movies.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, bro, farewell to the flesh, man. Come on now. Hype ass name though.
Yeah. The person I'm about to definitely has some bad movies. So, but
oh yeah, let's get to you now. Yeah. I'm done.
So, if y'all can't see my background,
that's why I didn't want to do it.
My number one icon is the man Mike Myers from the Halloween franchise.
Lightweight to go.
I ain't no lightweight about it. That man is the GOAT. Greatest horror killer of all time. Listen, I'm looking at you with yeah. I know we on. Listen, I don't give a damn about that nigga. Mike Myers is the GOAT. That man will scare you with mask alone. Like the mask alone terrifies the masses. Everybody that wore a hockey mask.
It wasn't the mask. It wasn't the mask.
The nigga had a William Shatner face on him. That's just wild.
It was the lack of eyes in the mask. As soon as you saw the eyes in the mask in the later movies,
okay, we don't talk about that.
Was done.
Do y'all know
that at all? They took away his mysteriousness.
Do you know how he came about?
Oh, Mike Myers?
Yeah, like what he was originally called. He was called The Shape.
Yeah.
It was
hazy, but I'm gonna let you tell the story because it's a little hazy for me. But
shout out to my man Johnny Chickatelli. I worked with Johnny on The Worst Christmas Ever. We had a podcast for a little bit underneath him called The Source. But shout out to Johnny. He's doing his thing with the Crime Joint, but he is a very pronounced fucking man in film. So he started schooling me about John Carpenter, and we were supposed to do a podcast called Carpenter Cast, and every episode was, going to be about a John Carpenter film. That's kind of why I made that Ghost of Mars joke, right?
Okay.
But like, I think how Michael Myers came about was he was almost like a glitch. Like he was his friend had walked by with a William Shatner mask on, but like he was in like the way the camera caught him. He was like through a doorway or window or something like that. And then he was called The Shape. Eventually, once the story got written and, he became what he was, then he became Michael Myers. But originally, He was the Shape. And to me, that was way fucking scarier. Michael Myers is a fucking crazy name. When you really think about it, like when you hear the name, it pierces your fucking ears. You're like, bro, that's a fucking serial killer name, bro.
Absolutely.
But the fact that his original name was the Shape, that shit scares the shit out of me way more than Michael Myers. And I just wanted to put that out there to anybody who wants to Google search that shit. Just look up the story behind that shit. It's some eerie shit.
Yeah.
But how Michael Myers came about was incredible. My bad. Go ahead.
The funny thing about that, they still refer to him as a Shape in the scripts.
That's fucking
like
crazy.
They never refer to him as Michael Myers.
That is
and then also another thing is when John Carpenter first made the movie and did the contract, he had a clause in there that Michael Myers can never die.
He can never die. He is the ultimate killer.
Now that shit right there,
he is
that shit right there is dope. So no matter what you do, like the bullshit that they ended this one on, he can still come back.
So how do we feel about it now? Do we feel that Michael was up? What? Do we feel like Michael was on that Jason level where he's more of a ghost than anything? Because in recent films, he kind of seems like he's just a psychopath that just like pain don't affect me, no nothing. But like there has to be something that protects this man. There has to be a demon, something inside this man that drives him to do these. I ain't gonna lie. I fucking hated Halloween Kills.
In part,
I hated it because everybody in the town was trying to run this cafe. All right, and it became John Wick instead of Halloween.
Yeah.
That's all. But Cam, I don't want. That's racist. I don't want to call you Rome, Cam.
Oh shit! All right, it's on site. When I meet you in person, it's on site. When you get decked in your throat, don't say nothing.
No, but for real, Cameron, PB though. Do you think he's more supernatural than anything?
Yeah.
What do you think drives him though? As a Halloween fan, what do you think drives him? It used to be the family thing, but like now it's the game's kind of changed a little bit.
No, it's still the family. It's still the family thing.
A big part of it's still the family thing. But I think that with any type of killer, once you kill enough, once you start doing it enough, it becomes a sensation that you have to have. Like it's like a high that you chase at this point. And I think that that's what it has started to become with him. But I definitely do think that he is some type of like entity or something like that. Like it's just a spirit. That's why you can't kill him. He can possess who he possesses. That's why if you think about any movie where they've cut his head off and realized it wasn't him, he was still around, or
H2O.
Yeah, listen, H2O, yes.
You couldn't leave it alone, could he?
But I don't know. He's definitely not human. At least not like he's ascended.
Oh, I think.
Go ahead.
I think he's still human. He just doesn't have acknowledge those human qualities.
He's a true predator.
He never really took any hard damage. We seen
the new the Halloween movie.
The Rob. Do we not count Rob Zombie's original Halloween? That shit was fire. That first Halloween, not the second one. The first Halloween Rob Zombie. The explanation of Michael Myers made so much fucking sense. When he was killing the animals in the woods, his first kid was the kid that was bullying him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kills his fucking sister and her boyfriend. I was like, yo, this is Michael Myers as I imagined it, because that's kind of what happened in the 1970s, but they don't explain all that, the mom being a stripper, all that other shit. It just kind of went to his sister being the first victim.
That's the part I didn't like.
Rob Zombie? Wait, which one? Which one?
The Rob Zombie. Because although it made better sense, but it was he was from a white trash family.
They made him white trash. And he was wealthy in the original one, right?
Well,
They
not
were suburban,
but
not
they
wealthy.
were comfortable.
They were middle. They were middle class. Yeah, because the sister was like the sister was on some normal shit in the original. The second one, he was just a whore fucking her boyfriend. I ain't gonna care. You could tell she was fast as fuck. Like that was the whole premise of the sister, of my whore sister. I gotta stab you because you fucking this dude, like, and you supposed to be taking me trick or treat. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Original, it was more so like probably the same thing, but like it was not as. It wasn't the main point. It wasn't the main point, bro. She just had her titties out, and he was just like, "Oh, titties, ah!" Can we admit that these killers be ruining all the titties, bro? Like, why they got to be killing them in mid stroke?
That's one. That's
they ain't
one of the horror
getting
movie rules.
They not getting it.
Can't have sex in the horror movie.
Jason and Michael
don't
are
say,
petty.
I'll be back.
You can't say I'll be back. Yeah, you can't do that. And
I mean, you look at a.
That makes a great. That
Michael Myers was locked up before he knew about. Well,
that is true.
He knew about pussy through his sister, but like Jason was slow. He died at 6 years old, so he ain't know nothing about it. He see that shit and he like, what the
Rob
fuck?
Zombie version. He did watch his sister get stroked. I ain't gonna cap. He was peeping. He was peeping through the doorway. I'll never forget that. He was peeping at her titties. I remember that.
Yeah. But I mean, that's why they do it. They ain't getting
I'm dealing with the original.
They ain't getting it, and they petty as hell. But that's what makes a great. Makes a great villain.
Do we respect Rob Zombie as a horror filmmaker? I do.
Yeah,
I think that was the Rejects was crazy.
Rob Zombie didn't have some. He didn't have some bangers. He didn't have.
And his pacing and his films are mad weird, but they're different. That's why I kind of fuck with Rob Zombie a lot. He has some misses, but yeah, he has some misses.
Everybody has their kind of niche. Everybody has that thing that they do as far as like directors go, and that's his. Weird pacing is just what he does, and he makes it work. Like,
so, we talked about horror, the horror films, and who we think is iconic as the killers, right? Who is your favorite horror director / writer?
You know what?
John Carpenter, bro. It might be John Carpenter.
Well, that's John Carpenter.
It might be John Carpenter.
It was either going to be John Carpenter or Wes.
Yeah, Wes Craven's great.
Wes Craven is crazy, bro.
He's that.
The screen films, just the dialogue, the writing, like the premise of the film in general is genius. But I got to give it to John Carpenter because he's had some fucking misses over his career, but like when he hits, he hits.
Yeah. And I was thinking, but I don't think I don't necessarily consider his movies horror, but M. Night Shyamalan's another one that when he hits, he hits. But when he misses,
had a lot of misses.
He misses. Like he don't hit realm, he don't hit backboard.
We have to give him credit for one of the biggest twists in horror history, which was Bruce Willis. If y'all haven't seen it, I'm sorry. It's been like 30 fucking years.
Right.
Bruce Willis is a ghost at the
end. Insatiable appetite he has. Yeah.
But we also have to snub Mr. Shyamalan because he also made The Last Airbender.
Y'all see my face? Y'all see my face? That.
Oh, hey, can we agree that The Happening was actually genius and fuck the critics? I thought The Happening was terrifying, bro.
The Happening, that's the again
where the trees was
killing everybody. Yeah,
bro, and you don't know it's trees. You just like everybody commit suicide
because it's a concept that could actually be a thing.
It's possible. It's fucking possible.
The trees, if like nature, the trees, the flowers and things like that started to emit these deadly toxins and things like that. How do you stop that?
Can't.
How do
not at first.
Ain't that called Australia?
Facts. And
I never want to go to Australia, bro.
Stopped yet. We are learning more and more about Australia every day.
Bro,
like I said,
we don't want to know.
I don't want to go to a place where the spiders are the size of dogs, bro. I'm cool.
Bro, I'm good on that.
Don't bring that shit to America either, bro.
I'm good on it.
Don't bring that shit to the US. Keep that shit over there.
So okay, so we talked about the iconic horror villains in movies and films and things like that, but let's shift over to gaming, because gaming is a major essential part of a lot of people's experience into horror.
Right.
I remember nights, staying up, playing stuff I shouldn't have been playing, having nightmares because of it. One game in particular, the original Silent Hill. Fuck that game.
You bastard.
Fuck that game. Oh, well, I'll let you talk about it because I can't stand it. To this day, I've never beat the original Silent Hill game.
It's one of the greatest. And that's Kojima. That's Kojima, right?
No.
It was Konami. It was Konami. I know that. I thought Kojima directed it. I'm not sure.
I'll have to look back into it. I had to look into it. But
I because Kojima was he was directing the PT. He was the reason why that PT was so foul.
PT, yeah. And PT.
Oh, wait, before we go on, because Kojima's my favorite. He's my favorite game director of all time.
Oh,
so let's see.
He's a genius.
While
you look that up, I'm giving the floor to you once again. What is that series or franchise gaming wise that really defined horror for you, that horror genre?
Although it wasn't the first horror game I played, Resident Evil, the original Resident. Man, I used to go over my cousin's house on a weekend. It's two cousins, their houses I used to go over to play video games. But this one, he's close to my mother's age, so he always had, the new shit that just came out. So I was over there one weekend, PlayStation, checking out the games, and it's like about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, everybody's asleep, and it's only light from the TV, and I'm playing. And I see this game, I'm like, Resident Evil.
What are you talking about? The original?
Yeah. OG.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, yeah, this is a video game. How bad could it be? Nick. It was just, and the way y'all want to talk about pacing and shit, that shit was on point. Because it's like, you don't see shit for a while, then it's like, your mind starts to mess with you, and it's like, all right, it's been a while. Something go jump out here. Nope. 10 more minutes, something go jump out here. Nope. Nigga, you get to the hallway with the glass windows. You take one step. Dogs coming through the window.
Fuck Silent.
Dude, man.
Seeing that zombie turn around for the first time? Listen.
That shit was just, But yeah.
Resident Evil is classic, bro.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami, he is kind of the John Carpenter of video games when it comes to playing.
What made that shit, my bad, what made that shit worse but a lot funner was the tank controls.
The fucking fixed camera.
If you didn't get used to that shit, ain't no way you was beating that.
Bro,
I played Tomb Raider growing up, so I was cool.
Nah, bro. But when you walk from one area to another, and then your fucking up button becomes your down button all of a sudden, that shit fucked you up when you're running from some shit, bro. That's why that game was foul. You be running away, and then you gotta change your whole control fucking layout because thinking you're on a new camera. That was some bullshit, bro.
No. Okay. Resident Evil.
Having that shit in part 3 where Nemesis is chasing you away?
Bro, you gotta switch direction real quick too, because you go up a step, you're done.
Yeah, Nemesis was a game changer. Nemesis, the inclusion of Nemesis always being on your ass was next level. They took Mr. X to the extreme with that, and I was like,
and they came out with a rocket launcher.
A rocket launcher. And then they made him the Kool-Aid man and let him bust through windows, doorways, all types of shit. Nigga, the wall wasn't safe, bro. No, I'm in a basement. There's not even a way you could get to the wall here. How are you here?
You don't know terrifying until you spend an hour and a half in that one save room by the stairs with the window right in that motherfucker because he just came through it and he's just stalking.
Yeah. Nemesis was different, man. Nemesis is probably one of my favorite villains in fucking Resident Evil, honestly.
Okay.
He was different, bro. And I remember as a kid, the only thing that was booty about Resident Evil 3 was it was way shorter than 2. But like it was because you only had one playthrough. Like you wasn't playing as fucking Jill and like Chris or like Leon and fucking you always had multiple stories to go through. Resident Evil 3 was just Jill. Yeah. So you was able to beat that game literally in 4 hours if you really wanted to. If you was like just running through the bitch, not fucking exploring shit, whatever, get it done in 4 hours.
And that's all.
But but 3 was like, I don't know, it was so iconic, but like I just remember you wanted more when we were done with it. It was because it was in a newer type of settings. You were running through a full city, what it felt like a full city at that time frame, than just a police station or a mansion. It just did a little something different. But for some odd reason, you felt like you were in a tighter space. It was really weird, but it was so good at what it did. And that's the problem to me back in the day with the first trilogy was like you just wanted more afterwards. You felt like it wasn't long enough. Wade in the water.
You better hope he don't see that. He's still looking for you to this day.
You think about it, shit. That was Resident Evil went back to back on that one, 3 and 4. Like 3 with Nemesis, but then like 4 when they changed the gameplay over the shoulder and got rid of the tank controls.
4's a masterpiece. It really is. It still felt like you were restricted, but it just, I don't know, like it. A lot of people try to say it wasn't scary, but I think if you're a kid playing that shit, which I was in my teens at that time frame, the whole fucking the cultists, the way that they would speak, the way they would do their little chants, that shit was scary when it was like you couldn't see them, and all you hear is mueve, mueve. And then the motherfuckers just pop out of nowhere, and then their head split open, and there's a fucking bug in their shit. Like that shit was kind of scary to me. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what was scary. Run into the chainsaw motherfucker at the beginning of the game.
Man. Yeah. that motherfucker was almost invincible and felt like when you was going first, before you had all the guns, the shotguns and the bullets, fighting that nigga the first time, bro, the nigga just keep getting back up. Rocking the same potato head. He had the same potato sack as Jason.
Damn, it did have a one eye cut out, did it? Damn.
One eye. That nigga was retarded too. He just had a chainsaw. He was Leatherface or a potato sack.
That's funny as hell.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I don't think it was scary, but it did have its jump scare moments. I do like the sound design, though, like you were saying, especially playing that. If you had surround sound speakers or anything like that hooked up, you just be walking and you'll hear a sound from the left, but you don't see nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what's going on now? The panic's setting in. Like,
it had mechanics. It had mechanics is what we're talking about for sure.
Yeah. But overall, it didn't have the same fear factor as the original trilogy. And the original trilogy, I think, because they were very limited on what they could do, they play more into the atmosphere. The overall, we're just gonna put you in this tight space, dark. Because the way the camera works, you're not gonna be able to see anything, and it just that whole atmosphere terrified you, put you in a constant state of panic. So,
can we do a 21 salute for Dino Crisis?
Absolutely.
Why have we not seen a fucking remake anything from Dino Crisis?
I've been begging for it. You can ask Wit. I've been begging for it. I preach that shit every
today's graphics, man.
Bro, my
T-Rex was the scariest shit in the world back in the day.
Bro, you know so crazy? I rented that game like 3 times as a kid, like the first one. And I struggled all 3 times trying to get past that one puzzle where you had to it was like the colors and you had to shift the fucking, it was like at the beginning of the fucking game, bro. Because I never read shit, dog.
Yeah, that game, Dino Crisis was special. Dino Crisis. Until they turned
it taught me to read.
Arcadey ass. We're gonna put y'all in space and shit. What the fuck are we doing? Like,
was that the Turok?
No, Dino Crisis 3. Like,
let's forget about Dino Crisis.
Exactly. Like I said, that shit was terrible. But,
bro, I only acknowledge 1 and 2.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's 3 is there though, so I mean, you have.
I wish it wasn't.
I do too.
I ignore Dino Crisis 3 like I ignore Ninja Gaiden 3.
Ninja Gaiden 3 was alright. It was alright. It wasn't 1 or 2, but it was alright.
Cam, I'm starting to suspect that you may do crack.
The combat in 3 was fun. The combat was where it was at. The story, no. Couldn't tell you shit about the story. I know you ran into a dude with claws.
There was certain maps that I swear had no background at all. Like you was just running through that shit, bro.
Listen,
and clouds and like they didn't even try to make a map.
I play the games for the action. I play Ninja Gaiden for the action. I don't care. Tell me, give me the story.
You can say that for the first. Okay, let's get into Ninja
Gaiden. Okay. So give me your. What was your horror game? Are you vouching for Silent Hill or are you rocking with something else?
The scariest shit I ever played was Silent Hill 2. I watched Pinhead rape us. Dog. If you 12 years old and you watching Pinhead rape a fucking other zombie chick, like, dog, that shit is crazy to me, bro. That was very disturbing. I did not expect it. So fuck Silent Hill 2. Pyramid Head was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He was over there getting zombie cheeks like it was nothing. Taking it. I didn't want no parts of that, bro. You're not taking my cheeks, Pyramid Head. I'm sorry. You over here doing the most with this giant sword, dog. Like, what the fuck?
Listen, 2 wasn't scary. 2 was the best one, but it wasn't scary.
2 was first one goated.
The first one fucked me up. Hearing that motherfucking radio cut on out of nowhere when you running across the damn schoolyard, all I had was a stick. That motherfucker threw the stick into the distance. Nigga, I was trying to find the tree for dear life. Couldn't do it, bro. Fuck that game.
1 was scarier though because of the fucking baby that chased you throughout that game.
Fuck that shit too.
You remember that shit? That little fucking the little clear baby? Like nigga, I was so fucking scared of that shit. Like, yo, why is it nigga? Like nigga, I got no pacifier, no nothing, bro. Nigga, get away from me,
I ain't
bro.
got the Gerber for you. We ain't got the
I'm scared.
Ain't do it.
Yeah, I never got into that. I'm when it comes to certain games, I'm a bit of a loyalist, so
oh my god,
all Resident Evil for me,
bro. Dog, you're a clan member, not like not a KKK, but like you reside to a side. I can't do that, bro. I gotta experience it for myself. Yeah. So I mean, don't tell me you've never played Silent Hill 1.
Nah.
Yeah. Never played it, bro. He doesn't know about the radio. He doesn't know the terrifying. The radio was the scariest shit ever.
Bro, ever. The radio, you didn't know.
Alerted you to enemies being around you. And it could be dead. The sound design was brilliant. Because it was dead silent. Like, that's the only noise that you had was footsteps, swings of weapons, bullet or gunshots, and then this fucking staticky ass radio that would come on out of nowhere while you doing the most serious shit. And it was terrible.
I can't believe I'm here. Resident Evil 1, I will say, is a masterpiece, and it changed the horror genre forever. But to not play Silent Hill, at least the first one, bro, you got to get a PC, you got to get an emulator, you got to do something to experience it. And I want you to really go through it. I want you to go through it with a headset, and I want you to experience it and tell me you didn't miss out all these years, because that shit was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had in gaming, period. And that shit is, if you go back and look at it, that was pixelated as hell, but I replayed it in my 20s, right? I played it as a kid, replayed it in my 20s, and it still bothered me, bro. Yeah. Something about that game it's evil as fuck, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Something's wrong with the fucking game.
I'm kind of mad that they did like stop PT, because I wanted to play that. Because like seeing people play that, and you know,
did you play the demo?
Nah, I didn't have a PlayStation at the moment.
But you watched videos though, right?
Yeah, it is like
that's Kojima right there.
Right.
Kojima had nothing to do with the other Silent Hills. I looked it up. Everybody assumed it because there was a lot of advertising in Metal Gear. Like that, what I just showed you was the back of a Metal Gear, the booklet. Yeah. And there was a lot of, and everybody thought it was Kojima because Kojima was being dubbed a fucking genius at that time. Like Metal Gear Solid was popping. But so Konami couldn't lose. But when they put out Silent Hill, and I don't even think it was supposed to be an answer to Resident Evil. This is my honest belief. I think that they were trying something. I think they were probably fans of the Resident Evil series, and they kind of emulated a little bit of the camera shit. But when it came to what they did with the game, bro, they were kind of the first to really make you scared of paranormal type shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about it like over the years, and I already know, like, yeah, okay, that does sound different, but I know that's just like, I get into something and it's like, I may play something else of that nature, but not likely.
I played it for the name alone. The name is crazy. Silent Hill sounds terrifying.
I wouldn't have played the Evil Within if the original
creator Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So, and that's funny because that's gonna be my pick when we got to the horror games, Evil Within.
Let's get into it. I'm still going through the first one.
Okay.
I'm still going through the first one. I'm stuck.
So, to give you an idea with kind of going back to Silent Hill real quick. Silent Hill differentiated itself from Resident Evil by tapping more into the psychological aspect of horror. Like that's what that series really focuses on, is the psychological aspect. So the fact that you love Evil Within, I know we talked about it, even though it was done by the creator of Resident Evil, Shinji Mikami, it kind of plays more into the Silent Hill vein than it does Resident Evil. It has Resident Evil gameplay, but the whole psychosis aspect and how things are being created by his mind and things like that, that's basically all Silent Hill. So if you were to pick up Silent Hill, you would love it. But yeah, so for me, I mean, my introduction was Resident Evil. But I know that's Witt's like favorite franchise. I wasn't gonna take that one from him. Like I said, Evil Within was it for me. Evil Within was to me the perfect love child to both Resident Evil and Silent Hill. It took aspects from both of them. The gameplay, gunplay, mechanics, and things like that. But it adds the psychological aspect to it that I absolutely love. I love when anything explores psychological horror, drama, anything like that, because it makes you think on a whole different level to really try to get a true grasp and understanding of what's happening. But yeah, I can't praise Evil Within enough for what it did. Now the second one, nowhere as good as the first one was. But the first one to me was a masterpiece. Pissed me off because my game got corrupted at the very end, so it took me forever to see the ending because I had to break down and kind of look it up and watch it. But yeah, absolute masterpiece of a game. And one that I definitely recommend. But yeah, Resident Evil definitely was the game that got me into horror, got me playing horror. Silent Hill was the game that terrified me. Because like I said, there's that whole radio aspect, that shit cutting on and just blinking out of nowhere, fucking you up no matter where you was. Yeah, I couldn't handle that shit. I could not handle that shit as a kid. So I need to go back and try to play it, but I don't know if I could dive back into the pixelated look. I tried it with Dino Crisis a few months ago, and that shit.
Don't knock it. Don't knock the pixelated, bro.
I'm not knocking the pixelated. It was just a struggle, bro. Like I'm an old school gamer to my heart. Like I will go back and play. So I tell you, I play my Dreamcast once a week. So
do you guys got PC up in here?
I do got PC.
All right. So what I want y'all to do for homework, I want y'all to look up a company named Puppet Combo. They make horror games that are pixelated like PS1, but for some reason they come up with like these ridiculous concepts, but the way they implement the stories make it fucking horrifying. They have a whole game where the Easter Bunny is the fucking serial killer. And for some reason it's terrifying as fuck. And like you're in this house investigating, you're like a film crew investigating like these murders. But like it looks like a PS1 game, but it was made like a few years ago. And I think that we can't knock. PC is like infamous for like pixelated games and making like shit that like you would never be able to get past by like the ESRB rating.
Right.
So I look up Puppet Combo. I just want y'all to do that. Shout out to Puppet Combo. Yo, sponsor us, bitch. Do something. Shit, give us money. Anyway.
Look at the sponsor. Look, it could be Cottonelle toilet paper. We will sponsor you. We all white. We will be glad to have you sponsor us. What you mean? So
no, but I just want everybody to do some research on Puppet Combo games, and I'm not gonna lie, they've made a lot of fucking scary ass concepts. They put you in a scenario of this of a serial killer too. Like in some certain games, you're the killer, and it's like you're doing all the killing, but it's still kind of fucking disturbing. Like they got a game out where you play as like a kid in an orphanage, and it's Christmas, but you're like the black sheep of the orphanage and shit. So one night you just say fuck it, like I'm gonna kill the nuns, I'm gonna kill the kids. You just go off, bro. Like you're like, what the fuck am I playing? But you can't stop playing it for some reason. It was one of those type of things, kind of like Postal, like
being away from Batman.
Yeah, but just look it up. Just look it up.
There, that'd be Batman all the way.
Yeah, Batman would definitely be a killer.
Absolutely. But well, shoot, let's move to start wrapping this thing up. No, we kind of on time constraints tonight. We ain't gonna hold y'all all night. So,
I mean, October ain't over. You can do a part 2 next week.
We do a part 2 next week if you want to, man. You doing this shit?
Make that happen. I like that idea. I definitely like that idea. So, I want to give a huge shout out to my brother Wit. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, being a part of this thing that we're trying to build.
Anytime.
Definitely appreciate you. Also want to give a big shout out to my co-host Lex, holding it down. This is the time for both of y'all. We'll start with you, Wit. You got anything you want to plug? Tell people where they can follow you? Or...
Not really.
All right. He likes to be by himself. Don't worry.
I'm a private guy.
Man, say y'all can find out next week.
What about you, Lex? What you got for us this week?
Follow me at Hetty Murphy 69 on Twitch. Also, if you have not seen Apathetic Epidemic, go check it out on Amazon Prime. Directed by David Solomon, starring me and David Solomon. Also, one more thing, Carminology 101. We will be making a return really soon. We're going through some personal, my co-host was going through some personal shit. And we think it's time to return, to the scene. I would love to have Mitch on one of these episodes as well. He's a really, really good dude. He is what we call a friend to the people.
Okay. Absolutely.
He's a white ally.
And we all need them.
Shout out to my man Mitch Gavin, and most importantly, man, follow me on Twitch, baby, because we're gonna be doing horror games all fucking month. We're going through Resident Evil 4 separate ways right now. We're gonna be doing Alan Wake 1 and 2 before the month is out, and also cause Zombies.
But definitely tap in. I done sniped a couple of his streams. He don't know it though.
I don't even get notifications, and bro, something happened to my OBS. I'd be looking, I'd be like, oh, yo, thanks for the follow, my G. That shit says 17 minutes ago.
He brings some good content, some good heat. So definitely tap in with him over there on Twitch. And as always, you can find us here every Friday night, 9 p.m. Just nerding out, also tap in with the network. We got podcasts pretty much every day except for Saturday, but something is coming. On Mondays, you can catch Easy Monday Motivation with ECT and Johnny, my liege, at 8 o'clock. Tuesdays, you can see Siobhan and myself over on the comfy couch. At 7 o'clock there. Wednesdays, Rome the Chef and Scotch with E cooking up that food for the soul every Wednesday night at 8. Just Clowning with Mello and Friends. Thursdays, 7:30. And then the podcast that kind of started it all, the podcast about nothing, every Sunday night at 9 p.m. So definitely tap in with the network, tap in with each and every one of us. And as always, to be continued, and we will see you next time. Peace.
All right, we out.